Hi everyone, today we're checking out another bit by George Carlin. It's called Some Cultural Issues. And this was highly requested, and it's been a while since we last reacted to George, but we love him so much. So
Sure.
are you ready?
We sure do. Yup.
Let's
George
go.
Carlin, here we go.
Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes, motivation books. What happened here? Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't. What's the big mystery? Besides, if you're motivated enough to go to the store to buy a motivation book, aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the book. Put it back. Tell the clerk, fuck you, I'm motivated, I'm going home.
Straight from the start.
Oh wow, what an intro.
It's too loud. Yeah.
And can anyone explain to me the need for 1 hour photo finishing? You just saw the fucking thing. How can you possibly be nostalgic about a concept like a little while ago? Another complaint, too many vehicles. There are some families in this country own entirely too many vehicles. You see them on the highway in an RV, but that's not enough for them. RV's not enough. Behind them, they're towing a motorboat, go-kart, dune buggy, dirt bike, jet ski, snowmobile, parasail, hang glider, windsurfing equipment, a hot air balloon, and a small two-man deep-sea diving bell. Doesn't anyone just take a fucking walk anymore? The only thing these people lack is a lunar excursion module. Too many choices, America. It's not healthy. Another abomination. White guys over 10 years of age who wear their baseball hats backwards. Listen to me. White guys, let me tell you something. You're never gonna be as cool as black guys. It's not gonna happen. You're white and you're lame. It's a fucking law of nature. Turning your hat around and learning a complicated handshake will not make you cool. Since you started the whole thing, I'm going to let you stay with the hats a little bit longer, but I think really, once you qualify for Social Security, it's time to spin that motherfucker around to the front of you.
Wow.
Another tip for the men. The earrings, the thing with the earrings, it's over.
Now he came at me.
It's been over for a long time. Doesn't mean anything anymore. It was supposed to piss off the squares. The squares are wearing them now. Doesn't mean anything, it's just fucking jewelry. Unless you have an earring with a live baby hanging from it.
With a live baby.
It's just jewelry. And I want you to know I'm in favor of self-mutilation and personal disfigurement. I've always said there's nothing like puncturing and perforating your skin in a dozen or so places in order to demonstrate your high self-esteem. When I see a young man decorating his scalp with a soldering iron, I say, there's a happy guy. Thinks highly of himself. And haven't we gone a little overboard with these colored ribbons for different causes? Every cause has its own colored ribbon now. Red for AIDS, blue for child abuse, pink for breast cancer, green for the rainforest, purple for urban violence. I got a brown one. You know what it means? Eat shit, motherfucker! Eat shit, motherfucker!
I already knew. When he picked the color brown, I already knew.
If only he sees what there's today.
Yeah, man. No way.
And what can we do to silence these Christian athletes who thank Jesus whenever they win, never mention his name when they lose? Not a word. You never hear him say, Jesus made me drop the ball.
It's never him.
The tripped me up behind the line of scrimmage. According to these guys, Jesus is undefeated. Meanwhile, these assholes are in last place. Must be another one of those miracles. Speaking of delusional people, what about a guy who hears a voice in his head tells him to kill his entire family, so he does it? Is this the only thing a voice in the head ever tells these people to do is to kill others? Doesn't a voice ever tell a guy, go take a shit on the salad bar at Wendy's?
What?
Doesn't a voice tell a guy to take out his dick on the merry-go-round once in a while? Well, some guys do take out their dicks on the merry-go-round, but usually it's their own idea.
Oh, George Carlin, bro.
Something else I can do without aftershave and cologne. And this disgusting shit that men put on their bodies. Just what I need in the elevator. Some guy standing next to me smells like a fucking pine tree.
Oh my
I said, go
God.
home and wash, you smelly prick. You smell like the urinal in a Portuguese cat house. God damn, guys are stupid. Guys are really fucking dumb. They think they're gonna get laid with this stuff, you know. Oh yeah, they put it on at home. Oh boy, I'll get laid tonight. I'll get laid tonight. You don't get laid with green shit that comes out of a bottle, okay? And the only
I
smell that's gonna help you
agree.
get laid might be your own natural scent. You have pheromones. It's a secondary sex characteristic. People in America, nervous about sex. They want to cover that up and disguise
Wow.
it. Guys in Europe, they know how to live.
Okay, wow. I thought I was a crazy person to think that I really hate perfumes.
Yeah.
And you don't put perfumes.
I don't.
Cannot tolerate an artificial scent. I love natural scent.
Yeah, you always tell me that, actually.
And that's why I felt like everything he's saying is so true.
Yeah.
And not only this, but this especially caught my attention. Like, I hate perfumes.
related
I
to
cannot
the- yeah.
tolerate. And it's so true. I mean, this guy is genius. Wow.
Man.
Let's take it back here.
I'll get laid tonight. You don't get
I
laid
get-
with green shit that comes out of a bottle,
So
okay?
true.
And the only smell that's going to help you get laid might be your own natural scent. You have pheromones. It's a secondary sex characteristic. People in America, nervous about sex. They want to cover that up and disguise it. Guys in Europe, they know how to live. Guy gets in the elevator over there, he smells like a pile of dog shit. Those people are sophisticated.
Those people.
Getting pretty tired of these guys walking around in cowboy hats and cowboy boots. You ever see these jack-offs? Can't we kill some of these motherfuckers? Walking around in a fucking cowboy hat. Grown man. It's not even Halloween, for Christ's sakes. I say, hey,
No,
Tex,
he
grow
can
up
talk
and get
like
yourself
that.
a wardrobe consistent with the century you're living in. Why do certain men feel the need to dress up as mythic figures? You don't see anyone walking around in a pirate costume, do you? When's the last guy you ran into had on a Viking outfit? Make-believe cowboys. Closest they ever got to a cow is when they stopped to take a piss at an Arby's. And camcorders. Here is technology gone berserk. Everywhere you go now, there's some dick, some yo-yo, some putz with a camcorder, and he is going to tape everything.
Wow.
Doesn't anyone in this country just stop and look at things anymore? Sort of take them in? Maybe even remember them? Is that just a strange notion? Does experience have to be documented and brought home and saved on a shelf? And do people really watch this shit? Are people's lives so bankrupt they sit at home looking at things they already did? And these guys are so intense, you know? It's always guys. They won't let women touch the cameras. It's a highly technical skill. Look through a hole, push on a button, big skill, and they all think they're Federico Fellini. Ever seen that?
They're gonna take the perfect shot.
Hands, and it's the same ugly 3 children in every goddamn shot. All the George Lucas magic in Hollywood is not going to change the unfortunate genetic configuration on the faces of these children. Keep these unfortunate youngsters out of public view.
Out of public view.
Now, a lot of these, hold on a sec. A lot of these cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about. The baby boomers. Whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Give me it, it's mine! Give me that, it's mine! These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them. And they took it all. Took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And they stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they're staring down the barrel of middle-age burnout, and they don't like it. They don't like it, so they've turned self-righteous. And they want to make things hard on younger people. They tell them abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for the rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago. So they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures. Soybean futures.
What about that?
Wow.
They're cold, bloodless people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain.
The cats are destroying everything.
You gotta take back the ring light.
Yeah, let's
Oh
continue.
wow. Wow, George Carlin, man.
people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short, play hard. Shit happens, deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine.
Okay. Never thought about it.
Oh my God, man. What a man.
And you know something? They're still counting grams, only now it's fat grams. And the worst of it is the rest of us have to watch these commercials on TV for Levi's loose-fitting jeans and fat-ass Docker pants. Because these degenerate, yuppie, boomer cocksuckers couldn't keep their hands off the croissants and the Haagen-Dazs. And their big fat asses have spread all over and they have to wear fat-ass Docker pants. Fuck these boomers, fuck these yuppies, and fuck everybody now that I think of it.
I saw it coming.
Well, sometimes in comedy,
We
you
love
have
you,
to
George.
generalize. Now, there's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Yeah. Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky.
You
They
elect
don't pass
them.
through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out.
We listen to this song.
Yeah, I know.
Ignorant citizens. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe something else sucks around here. Like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope. Because if it's really just the fault of these politicians, then where are all the other bright people of conscience? Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country. Everybody's at the mall, scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. So I have solved this little political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing.
Wow.
And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like
Yeah, like, yeah.
I know, they say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote, and you elect dishonest, incompetent people, and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand,
Have every
who
right.
did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day.
I have every
I'm
right.
in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year, you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is, when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
Ooh. There are people in the world
How
that
I love George Carlin.
you don't want to die, man.
How I love, yeah. He
But
should
actually,
be
if he's alive, he would want to
eternal.
die.
eternal. Even after his death, he's eternal. His words are truth.
They hit hard, really. He comes up like that character who talk like he won't, you know, like.
I mean, I came for comedy, and I was watching.
We never come from comedy with George Carlin. Lecture.
I mean,
like really.
Wow, what a tool! Comedy. He uses comedy as a tool to really address some social and political issues. It makes you think. It slaps you. It's impactful.
And to think about it, it was way better when he actually talked about all that. It was like beautiful back then, comparing to what we have right now.
If he were alive today, how many topics he has.
Yeah.
The material. He can be talking about. He actually predicted the future, which is today, what we are living. When he talked about the camera and you want to document everything, just go to TikTok and see.
Like now we have 4 or 5 cams in our phone, you know, and that actually alone hits me.
This is relevant
let alone talking
today.
about the generation, like the boomers, and then what we have after them and why and
actually,
how he thought about the whole thing.
When he talked about the boomers and the things they had during their era, the era they lived, this generation, and then just look at us millennials, you know, not getting anything, like they took everything, and when he said just don't do it and don't do drugs, and they lived really the best life ever, and then they left us some crumbs, like you did everything and you don't want us to do anything.
We didn't even have rock and roll, like.
Actually,
like he talked about everything and in a way that not only he talked about America, but we already know that
it's relevant everywhere. Like the bit he talked about politics, we watched this bit. It's actually so true. If voting can make a difference, they won't let you vote.
They wouldn't let you do it. Yeah, actually.
We actually tackled this topic before, but
I'm happy to rant anytime.
I can listen to him forever. He drops pure truth bombs every time.
Character. The character of George Carlin is unmatchable. You know, like when you hear him and when you watch him talk and walk and do what he do, the delivery, everything. George Carlin.
He predicted the future in this one, and yes, we are living in.
Beautiful human being, and I love that. I love that when people pack that punch, you know, like boom, they give it to you like it is. You know, no sugarcoating, no nothing, and they think. Yeah,
I feel like it's either you agree with what he's saying and you are living everything he's saying, or you are like the majority of people,
blind.
You are blind on other. And I feel like I really connect to the things he said, and I actually live them.
Me too.
You know, that's what I feel all the time. Each and everything he said, like, okay, so true, everything.
Yeah. Actually, it is a topic that we can talk about forever. I keep having an idea after an idea, and
I don't want the video to take too long,
forever. But George Carlin hit it again, hit the nail perfectly. I love George Carlin.
Me too.
Now we're gonna have to wrap it up. For any recommendation, make sure to drop down a comment below, and don't forget to like the video.
And of course, our journey with George Carlin will definitely continue, so stay tuned for more.